We're going to start today off with some Mardu Energy, which is a deck that did very well in the Super Qualifier. In fact, so well that it won the entire Super Qualifier. There's some stuff I don't really agree with when it comes to some of the choices in this list. I think are super interesting. Obviously, I like the 4 Goddess Souls, the 4 Ocelots, and the Static Prison, Fatal Push. Thoughtseize, if you're playing black, absolutely agree. So you don't get access to Bolt in this list, but you're playing Galv instead. I do think Galv is like pretty poor in the mirror post board, so I kind of would like a 3-3 split of Fatal Push and Galv personally. We're just gonna run their list for now. The 4 Galvs. For the 2 drops, I got the 4 Johnnies, which I agree with. The 4 Bowmasters, I agree. The 1 Nightmare, agree. 4 Amped Raptor and 2 Bombardment, 3 Flage. I think I agree with the rest of this. The sideboard is, I think, where some of the stuff differs. So we got 1 copy of Aether Hub in here, which I think is fine for the Mardu mana base. You do run out of energy quite often, and playing a card like Aether Hub can like have diminishing returns. I'm thinking about going down to 2 Aether Hubs myself in Boros Energy and up a different land, because I think that the Aether Hubs can cost you once the Sun Cleanser comes down, because it's really hard to escape Flage when they have the Sun Cleanser. So I think I'm probably also going to go down Aether Hubs in just the straight Boros build. I'm not sure if 1 or 2 is the right number, but I think you still need some number of Aether Hubs. Mana base wise, we got the 2 Arena of Glories, 1 Elegant Parlor, 1 Theater, and then Fetches and Shocks and Basics for the rest. We got 2 Plains, 1 Mountain. No basic Swamp in here, which I think is a good call as well. Now this is where I don't fully agree with the sideboard, because I think Reprieve is bad. But this list is playing 2 copies of Reprieve, 2 Thraben Charm. I actually really like Thraben Charm. I want to give it a try. And then we got the 3 Mage Bane Lizards for the Storm matchup, which says whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals damage equal to the number of spells they cast this turn. So their Storm count, they're taking damage equal to their Storm count, which I think is a pretty good card. 4 Charm something I've been trying out as well. Swapping the 4 Charm for the 4 Amp Raptors has been pretty cool. I don't know how good it is, but it looks good on paper. Then we got the 1 Wear Tear, which I don't know if you need anymore, because especially if you have the Raven Charm being your enchantment removal, I'm not sure what Wear Tear hits, other than maybe Amulet Titan. You got your 2 copies of Ring here. Might cut the Wear Tear, go up to 3 rings, because you do have 23 lands, so I think you could support 3 rings pretty easily. And of course, your Trusted Giganta. Either way, we're going to give this list a shot, see how it plays out. Yeah, I can't believe there's 8 Giganta decks in the top 8. Happy birthday, Timmy. I think I'm going to lead on Thoughtseize here. Godless Shrine, Thoughtseize, and watch it be like a super aggressive deck. Hold on, Motor's taking a small break. There we go. Fatal Push, Dress Town, Knoll Drifter, Spell Snare. I don't like this hand. I dislike this hand greatly. I'm gonna take the Dress Down. What's up, TZ? Playing the Goddess Souls might have been better this turn than seizing him. I'm gonna play Goddess Souls Ocelot, but I think I'm just gonna pass the turn with Bowmasters here. Alright, well, they didn't fetch. I'm just smarter them. Maybe I'm just playing Ocelot Pride and passing. I think it's less valuable than the Goddess Souls when it comes to getting Fatal Pushed. Fatal Push. Yep, Fatal Push. Frog. I guess. I flash in the Bowmasters here. Get Blood Crypt. I can Galv plus Bombardment this frog. I think that's the move here. Start with Galv and see what they do. Just let it happen. Alright, well, I'll deploy my last 2 cards in hand. Amped Raptor. I think they still have that Spell Snare in hand. Oh no, they pitched the Spell Snare. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna cast the Amped Raptor then. They might have another Spell Snare, Dress Down or something. Alright, well, that's 1 Dress Down. Actually, 2 Dress Downs gone. Then you do it at end step, which means that the Snow Drifter is gonna get significantly less valuable. Ooh. What sauce can we do with this? Probably get it countered. What's up, buddy? It's always Spell Snare. I can't really attack. Or did not, bunny. I can't attack. They can't attack. It's pretty good. Means I could fly Amped Raptor here. Alright, they just scoop. I don't think this is a reprieve matchup. Deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control the target creature. That's really good. I don't think I want it in this matchup, though. I think I just want the rings in this matchup and nothing else. I could take the reprieves, but then it makes my Amp Raptor so much worse. I guess I could just cut Amp Raptor in this matchup. I don't think Amp Raptor's great here. Into the Dress Down Spell Snare deck. I think his hand's too reactive. His hand's good. Let's do that. Yeah, 3 Ocelot Prize, hands broken. Cracked in half. Null Drifter, Spell Snare, Stern Scolding. I choose Stern Scolding. Hey, come on, red, white. Grab a Sacred Foundry here. Guide Soul's Ocelot. Rumble Eldrazi had 100% win rate against Jeskai. I believe that. What just happened to me? Did I just get shot? I think I just got shot. Don't really want. I'm gonna spend this to give this thing flying though, since I have 2 removal spells in hand. That's not great. If they kill this, I will have no threats left. So hopefully they don't kill this thing for a while. I have an end step dress down into untap Mole Drifter. I wish this chart showed overall win rates. I kind of want another black source. Yeah, I think I get a blood crypt here. I kind of want another black source. Plus, I'm gonna have to annihilate, sacrifice one of my lands if they do decide to attack here. All right, win rates. Yawgmoth, 65% win rate. Wait, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why are the win rates all above 60%? No blocks. This is gonna get spell snared. Push. Bet shock. Oh, okay, makes more sense. Oh, this is sub 50%, so there's two. Okay. Let's get rid of the blood crypt, I guess. Alright, we're dead. Ocelot not gonna get the job done. Maybe I should have flipped the Ajani and made them attack it. What about me another turn? Or just sacrifice it when they go to attack it anyways. So Yawgmoth had a 65% win rate. Goryo's with a 70. Ramp Eldrazi, so the Rumble Eldrazi, 71%. Boros Energy, 68%. Mardu, 68% also. E-Tron, 68. Ruby Storm, 67. Jessica Control, 66. Demir, 66. Amulet Titan Living End, Zoo, all 65s. Necro Dominance, 67. Grinding Breach, 67. Hollow One, 64. Yawgmoth, 65. Kind of surprised that Yawgmoth's doing so well. Hollow 154. I think I'm gonna leave the boarding the same. What was losing? Uh, Burn. Burn had like a 5 win rate. No, what is this? Burn had a 28% win rate. Burn Gamers in Shambles. Burn did so bad. Which makes sense, because like every deck's a Flage deck. Poor Burn. Didn't stand a chance. I'm happy to flash this in if they want to flash in a Bowmaster of their own. Goes with the Spell Snare. What if they have Fatal Push? Probably not if they didn't Fatal Push this last turn. Yeah, they printed a playable Soul Sister. Plus, Flage exists. I think the Flage part's the rough part for Burn. Probably playing Harbinger if I had to guess. I'm gonna kill my Ocelot Pride. Ocelot, no. How we doing, Arg? The Killer Bowmaster. It's your bunny. Go ahead and cast your Null Drifter. I'm not sure what the right number of lands is right now. I've seen lists play between 21 and 24. So I'm leaning toward 23. But 22 might be the right number. You on perms? Do you have perms in my Discord or their Discord? So I can give you the permissions in my Discord. Mine. Alright, one sec. You're a moderator. I'm gonna make you an admin. There, see if that worked. Spell snare. So hateful. Can't believe how hateful you are, opponent. While you're over there tinkering, Dingo, you think you could, Yeah, I got you, Bolt Snap Bolt. I'll kick you from the Discord, don't worry. It was only a matter of time before you asked. This is too many lands. How many lands is too many lands? Opponent's on 3. And I'm on significantly more than 3. Push. When push comes to shove, Frog. More surveillance. Freaking reprieve, man. I guess I'll leave it on top. It's not great here, especially in the face of this Bowmaster. I could static prison this Bowmaster and then reprieve, but that seems like meh. I'll just static prison this Frog instead. What's up, Nausea? Lands. It's all lands. Always has been. Well, good news is I can play and escape Flage now. You guys gotta hold lands for Brainstorm. That's genius. I think I'm just gonna hold this under the prison for a few turns. Because if they have another frog, then I want to be able to fit to push the new frog. What's this? Cling the Giganta. I don't know if putting Cling back in their hand was a good idea. Probably not. What's up, Peepa? Yeah, I shouldn't have put this many lands in my deck. I forgot that the Cling plus Reprieve doesn't work the same as, like, remanning a Snapcaster thing. Doesn't exile it forever. That'd be sweet if it did, though. Alright, so they are playing Harbinger. Ooh. Now that's a spicy one. Red, red, white, white. Scoop. Putting back a land might be greedy. Pretty sure this is the mirror. Looks like the mirror. Yeah, they didn't ever move along one, which is pretty good. Oh, it's just turn to Amp Raptor and Ocelot Pride. They're worse thing to hit than Ocelot Pride, that's for sure. I think I'm just gonna end up killing this Ocelot Pride. Talking about Underworld Breach and Rumble. That's pretty much the current build of Grinding Station Breach. Just playing green for a bunch of Rumbles. Because Rumble is really good in that deck. I was playing Nadu before, but you know. Rip Nadu. Rest in Shuko's little guy. I think I'm just gonna fly this guy to Souls. I haven't seen any black men on their side. I think they are still playing Mardu because the Boros version doesn't play Bloodstained Mire. Keep it safe from a Flage for now, I guess. They have fetch line, they can escape Flage, target a Johnny. I have two choices. I either flip a Johnny with his Galv, or I just Galv the Flage. And Galving the Flage is probably a little bit better at this point. Zero blocks for me. Oh, we are so amped. Ocelot. I think that's fine. Frozen camera? Indeed. I'm just the world's best ventriloquist, actually. I'm just hyper fixating on something over here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's go get the elegant part. No, we gotta get the theater. We need black mana. I don't hate Fatal Push. I do have to deal with this Flage when it comes back. Maybe I'm gonna regret leaving this on top. Damn, that sucks. Really need that guide. Alright, go. On the plus side, I'm gonna be able to push the Flage plus Galv the Ocelot Pride. It's not great for me, though. Because the Flage is coming back again in a couple turns. I've never been on the Pro Tour. I've been to one regional championships. I had 2 more I'm going to at the beginning of next year. Save me, Ampraptor. That Thoughtseize. Maybe I shouldn't even cast that Thoughtseize. What's a Plek? Because now I cast that Thoughtseize, they get to escape the Flage again. I gotta find an answer to the Flage. Not that letting them have a Johnny's any better for me, though. I think we're going to game 2. I think we're a Didge. Ring, Thraben Charm. What are these reprieves even for? I don't like Thoughtseize in the mirror. I think Thoughtseize is pretty poor. Surprised that there's no Sun Cleanses in the sideboard either. I'd be rooting for Canister. Thraben Charm's actually surprisingly good in the matchup. All 3 modes are like relevant at different points in the game. Exiling Graveyard takes care of Flage. Exiling Enchantment takes care of Goblin Bombardment. Or destroying Enchantment anyways. Damn, neat. Attack. Play Ocelot plus Tapland. Top the Thraben Charm. Seems kind of based here. Goddess Holes pass. I could just Flage. I guess Flage is a little bit better here. Another option was push plus a Johnny. This is like quite a bit of tempo. Alright, they brick down lands, which means now it's push plus a Johnny time. Fly the Goddess Holes, and not sure they can really come back from this being on 1 land still. That POV match that's on YouTube of me versus Mengu is prime. It's peak. You don't do anything relevant. What's up, Wages? Alright, scoop into the second of Johnny. I don't blame him. I think they were really far behind anyways. I think we just submit. I didn't really travel anywhere yesterday. It was like a 20-minute drive to the RCQ. I'm traveling to Pokemon Regionals this coming weekend. That should be fun. I think this is a pretty good hand. Turn 1 guide, turn 2 Bowmaster. I actually didn't show up late. Well, almost did. But I had the foresight to call in advance and say, hey, I'm going to show up late. Yeah, I'm going to be out in the East Coast up until Eternal Weekend. I didn't think I was going to Eternal Weekend, and then somebody offered to lend me like Lion's Eye diamonds, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to Eternal Weekend after all. I think they have Bowmaster, so I'm just gonna Bowmaster their Bowmaster. Guess so, TJ. I guess so. Maybe they have another Bowmaster. That's fine. Ah, another Bowmaster. That seems quite strong. I think we just get basic planes here. I'm just gonna take. I could like block first strike damage, then Bowmasters, but yeah, if they have another Bowmasters, then things get a little hairy. My cat. Cat down. This is quite the exciting game. Bowmaster your Bowmaster. Nightmare. A Johnny. Sack cat, get back. Guide of Souls, 0. Gain some life. Bring with the Bromaster. No, it's not always on the same date. Most of the time it's in December. This year they're doing it in November. I think it's at the same location. It's like Pittsburgh. Amped Raptor brought a friend. Oh, you're gonna be there, Bolt Snap? Alright, I don't want to go anymore. Johnny. Let's play Nightmare, gain the energy, and then play Amped Raptor. See what we spin into. Make a cat, kill the cat. And then fly. Yes, fly. I actually met Chris, or not Chris. Oh, you're Chris, okay. I met my opponent when I went to, RC Denver. We stayed in, like, the same hotel room because we had breakfast at, like, the same hotel area. It's kind of funny. Let's kill a cat. Alright. GG's. Chris says hi. Smile. There we go. I told him Chris says hi. GG's, my friend. GG's. Yeah, let's start on that. I think I'm good on 4th land. No, this isn't Brad Nelson. Yeah, the super qualifier brought all the Mardu out of the woodworks. gonna pass the Bowmasters because they're probably passing the Bowmasters. Playing against my friend Steven. Can I not play against chat's friends the entire day? I ain't here to make friends. I'm here to archer. Spell Snare, Subtlety, Sink and Stupor, Shoot the Sheriff, Fatal Push. I choose Spell Snare. Where did Murktide land on the win rate matrix? 52% win rate? That can't be right. Oh, Mark, you know Timmy? Well, Timmy's the reason why Lantern is a blacklisted word in the chat. Let's have Subtlety. I could just play Nightmare. That's kind of awkward for them. Sinks it. Alright, let's get a Godless Shrine. I think we're just gonna replay this and just get the Bowmaster back. And just pass. Classic Sink into Stupor. Not doing much of anything. I'm really amped. Cat. Scoop. So this is how I boarded last time, was I boarded out the Amped Raptors, I boarded in one ring and Reprieve. No Flays, you're staying in. I'm not sure if this is the right way to board, and it probably isn't, but normally against Blue-Black I take out Lightning Bolts, but this deck doesn't have any Lightning Bolts. Because this deck doesn't have any Lightning Bolts, I think it's okay to take out the Amped Raptors, maybe. Although this list doesn't have as many Dress Downs as the last one did. So it's tough to say. What format are you going to play? EW? I'm going to play Ad Nauseam Tendrils in Legacy. And I'm going to main deck 4 copies of Veil of Summer. If 4 copies of Veil of Summer isn't good enough, nothing will be. No, I'm not playing Vexing Bubble. The amount of times I've died because Vexing Bubble was on my side of the board, because I didn't have the extra mana to crack the Vexing Bubble, and I couldn't play my Lotus Petals or my LEDs, was far too great. So I just cut the Vexing Baubles, and I played more Thoughtseize, more Duress, and more Veil Summer. Not a fan of Vexing Bauble. Do you own Ant and Paper? Now, some very generous people are lending me the entire deck for Eternal Weekend for some reason. They're like, hi, random stranger on the internet, let me give you $4,000 worth of cards. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I am going to Eternal Weekend. I just found it out. Yeah, if I stop streaming, you know what happened. I ran with the LEDs. What's up, Float Mana? You playing Vintage? Hell no. Not only can I not afford Vintage, I also dislike Vintage. If a random stranger lends me a vintage deck, I will respectfully decline. In fact, no matter who lends me a vintage deck, I will still respectfully decline. Yeah, I agree. This was a surprising keep on my part, but it's not like this is a super fast matchup. I think we could draw in some gas. Let's play value vintage. I don't want to play any vintage. Chat, why you making me play vintage? Counterspell 2 lands. Frog. Uh-oh. Hate to see it. Yeah, my streams with Legacy when it comes closer to Eternal Weekend. Maybe. 23 lands. What are the bad matchups for energy? Storm. That's it. Like certain Eldrazi builds can be bad, like through the Breach Eldrazi or Rumble Eldrazi. I think they're still like winnable, but Storm is pretty tough. I just don't think I'd be comfortable borrowing like a $20,000 deck from somebody, knowing my level of dexterity in paper. I'd probably like accidentally crease a Black Lotus or something. I'd have to play it in like top loaders. Somebody give me an all top loader vintage deck. I'm gonna play Modern at Eternal Weekend. I didn't even know that was an option. Hell yeah, I'll play some Modern. One, two, three. I'm dead if they drew a spell. If they didn't draw a spell, I'm alive. No spell, please. I wanna live. Playing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I've died. They have side events. Yeah, I'll play Modern Legacy then. No vintage. Never vintage. If I wanted to gamble, I'd go walk down the street and play the penny slots or something. Chat, can we take a second to admire how good Pokemon foils look compared to Magic? Look at this thing. I was green screened out a little bit, but look at it. It's so shiny. Like, geez. And it doesn't curl. That's the best part. It's so flat and so shiny. And affordable. This is too many lands. Most of the foils in other games look better than Magic, unfortunately. Magic's like starting to get somewhere with making cool looking foils, but it's taken them a while. Competitive Magic is insanely expensive compared to Pokemon, and that's because they print entire competitive standard legal Pokemon decks in a collection for like $40. They're like, okay, you want to play something good and competitive, and you just need like a few upgrades? Have an already completed deck, and that's sick. I think that's amazing. I think Magic should do that too. And if I get deluged, I get deluged. Say la vie. Was Magic gained by not doing that? They're hoping that people buy more packs to pull the cards they need. Think they have deluge chat? Hmm. That was kind of expected. Double block. Single block. I'm just gonna hold this to Johnny in case they do have deluge. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Wizards experimented with it because they made that black-white tokens pre-constructed deck that was, like, mostly... This is 100% a toxic deluge. It was mostly, like, modern competitive. But, I don't know. The deck was ass. It was fine at the time. Kind of. But it also had, like, a money card in it. The Sword of Feast and Famine, which was worth pretty much the same as buying the deck. Yeah, I guess it was kind of crap. At least it had the Sword of Feast and Famine in it. It was an attempt. I appreciated the attempt by them. I think Stoneforge Mystic was still banned at the time. Sword of Feast and Famine is still expensive. That's crazy. Look, over no pre-constructed product, I'd take that black-white tokens deck again. Opponent is passing. I think they might have Bowmasters. They can get up to 5 energy. Things consider. Flip a Johnny. Going to 3 is ambitious. I guess Shoot the Sheriff is also pretty ambitious. I want to build Frog Tide. How's it doing the energy matchup? You can see for yourself. Dang, Bunny made a whole data channel? Hell yeah. They just shot my elk right in front of me. I don't think I want that. Oh. Go to jail, directly to jail. Do not draw cards, do not gain flying. I put him to 1. I don't know if one's... I guess if I put into one, then Bowmaster's lethal. Doesn't play around Fatal Push, though. I'm just gonna make a token. It's cool. We like to keep it close and competitive. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Alright, chat. Get your closest friend into the Modern League queue right now so I can queue into them. Because I've only played against people's friends. I didn't know it was viewer battle day. I knew you were a sellout. No, no, no. I'm only testing it. I promise. I'll never go to the Mardu dark side. Boros and I have been through too much. Yo, Drewski, thank you for the prime. Yeah, I'm on the DB account. I don't even own these cards on Magic Online chat. Theater. Sure. Are you a fan of Real Big Fish? Is that a fishing game? Never heard of it. You have access to every card and you still chose to play this? You caught me. Don't want that. Oh, the agony. Oh, the agony. Suddenly, massive unbeatable board. Frog. Go to jail. Never mind. Fly Amp Raptor. Yeah, this doesn't make a ton of sense because they could trade off with the Amp Raptor. I might just fly this cat. I didn't forget about you, Giganta. Got you, buddy. I know what else was cool about the RCQ yesterday, chat? I got to watch somebody rage after they lost. They were playing Gorios and they lost like a budget build of Eldrazi. And they just started raging. Just so much rage. It was unreal. It was Uzeriak. Raging at their opponent as they're walking out. They're like, I'm gonna punch something. This is my third RCQ in a row that I've lost to stupid effing Eldrazi. And then they threw their deck. Pretty hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. My agony. It was just quite the sight to behold. It was definitely distracting. I was like playing the energy mirror, and my opponent went like Guided Soul's Ocelot while I had a bombardment and some distracted the bombardment. I let everything resolve because I was too busy listening to the person rage. I still ended up winning, but I was just like, damn, I got distracted. Snot Sneeze. Urborg's interesting in Blue Black Frog. think that's kind of false, Goblin. I think the people that rage online are the same people that rage in paper. I don't think being behind the keyboard changes all that much. Alright, what I've been boarding in? I've been boarding in Ring and Reprieve. And just been boarding out Amp Raptor. Like, if I queued into Zeriak playing Mill and Paper, I would scoop just like I scoop on Magic Online. No different. Isn't that right, Zeriak? He just doesn't know because he's just never paired into me in a paper event. I'm boarding out Raptor because I'm boarding a Reprieve. I don't know if that's correct, but I've beaten the Blue-Black Murktide matchup twice this league doing that, so we're gonna keep trying it. I don't think Reprieve's even that good in this matchup. You could always just get a coffee. Watch your opponent combo, alternatively, go get a coffee. It's a good way of looking at it. There's like almost assuredly time better spent elsewhere than raging. Surgically extracts my Thoughtseize. Did I just get double discarded? Did I just get griefed? I think I just got griefed. It's like I got grief scammed. Spider typal deck, and I told my friends that insta-scoop to them because I'm arachnophobic the very next round he paired into them. Did you insta-scoop? Or did you lie? I sure did. Lie? Or insta-scoop? Wait a minute, that doesn't answer the question. I was 2-0, then I was 2-1. Alright. Push my cat. Goodbye, cat. See that at that local game store that I went to, they had Yu-Gi-Oh regionals or YCS, the championships, playing on the TV. So I was just watching Yu-Gi-Oh championships whenever my store opponent was trying to pop off, and then Storm's not a very good deck, so they brick, and I have to stop watching Yu-Gi-Oh. I will say, as somebody who played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, it is a completely unrecognizable game to me. People just be taking like 30 actions in a turn. Minimum. Rip Kiat. The hell's a Link Summon? Link Summoning's about when I stopped too. Jaggy! Jaggy, I need you. Card 5 Vanguard. Flage. Or not Flage. Trespasser for my Flage. I haven't played Card 5 Vanguard, nor have I heard much about it. This Elk's got the zoomies. Again, exile my Ocelot Pride. Imagine if this Graveyard Trespasser was instead Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Just saying. I went to a bookstore the other day and they had a Bakugan like little manual back for the game, and I got so nostalgic, chat. Bakugan was so sick back in the day. Kaijudo. Didn't watch Kaijudo. Now I have this problem every time I go to a bookstore where I'm like, all these books look really cool, but I just know for a fact I'm not gonna read them. Because I don't ever read magic cards. Every time a new spoilers for a set comes out, I don't read them. I guess I gotta stop attacking. 1, 2, 3. I need a third surveil land. March for 6. Oofda. Yeah, Ugin's Binding, S tier, Amped Raptor, B tier. S tier, also Grist. I'm going to 3. Joldrid. Well, I think that was a good draw. Maybe. Gains me 2 life. Nah, I think I'm still just dead. Actually, it gains me 4 life. I'm gonna go chump chump. No more creatures in the graveyard. None. Fleas. Uh-oh. Okay. 87 lands. We're destined to go to game 3 every single time. What if I want Thraben Charm as a fight spell? That seems bad. I'm keeping it. I believe I'll draw a land in my 80 land deck. If I don't, remember me when I lose this game, chat. Uh-oh. Meow. March pitching Soul Spike? Their Necro deck? That's news to me. Despair. I think I would have boarded differently had I known they were a Necro deck. You said that at 7:40 times it now? 4 minutes ago? Hmm. Let's see if I want to discard a bunch of cards. Bunch being 2 in this case, then I get to bank my energy. Then next turn, I can kill it if they don't have counterspell. Or drown and lock. I need land so badly. This frog has gots to go. Trespasser. Oh, shit. Well. Yeah, I pretty much played Indicate. Target permanent, gain 3 energy. Doomed. Prediction time. Hand's awkward too. We'll keep it. Opponent's 4-0. It's time to Dream Crush. I've got to Dream Crush. Counterspell, Galv, Wrath the Skies. I'm gonna take Counterspell for now. Maybe the next turn I'm just gonna jam Bombardment. And then try to snipe their Wrath after that. I don't think I see the need for 23 lands in this deck if you're only playing... If you're playing 0 rings in the main deck and only 2 in the sideboard. I think maybe this is a 22 land build. Or even 21. It's time for La Bomba. If you're playing like hella rings, though, I understand the need for 23 or more lands even. Let me peep. Flage, Galv, Wrath. I'm gonna take Wrath. A new instant Thoughtseize could be too strong. They should not print Thoughtseize at instant speed. I would not be a fan of that. Flage. They should just give Grief Flash. That's my suggestion. Unban it, give a Flash. This mana base is so painful. I'm at 6. I'm dead to Flage plus Escape Flage currently. Dingo, I invented a new version of Dan Dan. Do you want to see it? No. I don't even know what a Dan Dan is. It's a 4-1. Can't attack unless defending player controls an island. I'm gonna control no islands, sacrifice Dan Dan. This card seems bad. It's not even a merfolk either. They drew Wrath. Oh, try my best to click on this to surveil. I guess I leave this on top. I'm kind of just dead to this flage that they can escape. Pretty dead. I don't play much Mardu. Every time I do play Mardu, I remember why I don't play much Mardu. Never mind, Mardu's the best. I think Mardu's a lot worse than Boros, but I know I'm in the minority there. I just think this mana base is so painful that you're already losing percentage points there. Bowmaster's nice. I don't think Dossies is very good. I like the Nightmare as a one of. I just don't think you need it though. It's not worth making your mana base worse. Also don't get to play Ring either. Which is like, eh. Oh, I can't cast Gigant with 4 lands. Kick. Well, I guess one's playing Ring in the sideboard. Bottom. Tax me or tax Johnny. Flays Johnny. I think we're dead. We have no ring to draw to. Also, I still don't really understand why people are only playing 3 copies of Flage. I feel like you just want to be on the full 4. Card's too good. The games where I don't see it are so much harder to win than the games where I do see it consistently. Like, I need to hit Flage off this Amp Raptor, or else I'm dead. Alright, I'm just dead. I also don't really understand the reprieves. I don't understand what matchup you want reprieve in. Maybe the Titan matchup. Maybe. Like, I don't think it's worth cutting your Amped Raptor in the control matchup. I probably need to bring these in. Reprieve is for Eldrazi. I feel like the last thing I wanted to reprieve is any of my opponent's Eldrazi. I guess his hand's fine. Yeah, but like, is that worth it to make your Amped Raptor significantly worse? Plus, also, you have to sit there and pass the turn with this like reactive card in your hand the entire game. I don't know. Seems bad. It's not where I would want to be, anyways. I feel like playing any sort of these reactive cards in a deck like Mardu or Boros, where you just like have to constantly pass the turn and play reactively, is just way worse to me. It's probably better because you have Bowmasters and you're kind of holding up 2 mana anyways. But I don't know. Kind of reminds me of the people that are trying to play like Consign to Memory in the Jeskai energy decks. It's just like, why? Why play Consign when you can play Charmaw? Charmaw's right there. Because if you're playing Consign ×4, you're going to have to cut the Amped Raptors anyways. And if you're cutting the Amped Raptors, might as well just play Charmaw. I don't think you're ever really scamming Flage with a Consign to Memory. I feel like I'd rather just get the value from escaping it most of the time. What card should I be mad about this weekend for Modern FNM? Kozilek's Command is a good one to be mad about. You never cut the Raptors when you bring in Charmaw? I think you should. Because getting 5 energy with Amped Raptor is pretty unreliable. Spell Snare. Skill Snare. Smosh. They're so efficient. I can't keep up with their efficiency. Yeah, like Charmaw's also just a random 4/4 flyer that you can give haste. And you kind of really desperately need a clock against the Eldrazi decks that's resilient to Kozilek's return. I don't know, I feel like Charmaw has a lot of benefits. Which makes me think it's better than any sort of reactive spell like Reprieve or Consign to Memory. I swapped 4 Raptors with 4 Dark Confidants. Why? Raptors like Dark Confidant that doesn't deal you damage. It's better than Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon stonks are going down every single day. I feel like the more the format progresses, the worse Blood Moon's getting. Yeah, like Blood Moon's good against Jeskai and it's good against Blue Black, but it's not really good against Eldrazi. It's also like way worse against Storm. Than like Damping Sphere or anything like that. Yeah, with that being said, I bought my playset of Charmaw for Apex. Because I do think I'm probably going to end up replacing the Blood Moons in the main deck. Just not play Blood Moon and then sideboard 4 Charmaws. Subtlety seems a little bit weak right now. Main deck Charmaw. I don't think we're at that stage in the metagame yet. Fulminating Mage is pretty good with Nightmare. Or Soul Cauldron. I actually don't think Yawgmoth is that bad of a deck right now. Yeah, Yogg's got some sweet lines. Like, I definitely don't think Yogg is like an A or an S tier deck, but it's probably like a solid B tier deck. I'd play it in tournament. I wouldn't win that tournament, but I'd play it. Celestial Purge my flesh. My 1/1. They have one card in hand. I also have one card. It just happens to be a ring. Smile. Oh no. They also have the one card. That is the one ring. Nah, Mario doesn't play main deck rings, which I actually think is a mistake. I think main deck ring goes crazy right now. Chat, did you know that the one ring is a good card? I have upkeep actions. Exile your graveyard. What ring art do I have in paper? This exact one. I was like, give me the cheapest non-foil rings possible. And this was the cheapest non-foil ring possible. I lost to Rumble Eldrazi. I picked up a loss in the Swiss because I scooped to a homie. Since I'm already qualified. Gave Neil a homie scoop. I hope they post the results on Twitter and they're like, homie scoop, round 3, homie scoop. Now I wasn't playing Jarmaz. I have an irrational hatred story foils. Hi, Jiggy. I wouldn't hate foils if they didn't curl. However, every foil I've gotten in the past, like, 5 years just curls instantly. I'm like, this is not even sleeve playable. What are we doing here? Round 1 bye, round 2 O2, round 3 homie scoop, homie scoop, homie scoop. Top 8, quarterfinals, homie scoop. Semifinals, no show. How did I only draw lands off this ring? I should have left Gigantha on top, I guess. Deck felt really good. I'd run it back. I wish I had enough homies for that many scoops. Well, the nice part about going to the Apex events is that once I lose, I get to go next door to Dairy Queen and get my own homie scoops with whoever's behind the register of the Dairy Queen. Walk in, dap up the cashier. Yeah, I'll take a double scoop Oreo Blizzard. Wrath for none. Go Ocelot. 1 damage. That's right, they flipped the Blizzard upside down. Actually, they haven't done that yet. I'm kind of disappointed. The DQ closed at 8 p.m. Man. Think of all the ice cream you didn't get. I really like Apex. Didn't go at Apex. Unhappy. That's because I was having to watch Nadu combo off, and that's why I was sitting there being unhappy. You make me so mad, Nadu. Do it, float. Tunes thine narrative. Boop. But not the homie kind. We're doing up with the Boros matchup against Storm. Awful for Boros. Not good. What can we do? Side Damping Sphere and Dranith Magistrate. Who feels the best player at Apex? I mean, it depends on who shows up during the weekend. Like TJ's a great player, Ryan's a great player. A lot of them are energy grinders. Mason's there, Jerry Thompson was there. A lot of really good players at Apex, depending on the weekend. Zeriok's there, and he's milling. Yeah, the Abadi brothers. Once I move to Ohio, I'm going to all Apex cons. Don't move to Ohio. Don't recommend it. Travis is also there. Like, there's a ton of great players at Apex. Put him in an e-body bag. Love that. Nahiri the Harbinger for ring matchups. No. Next suggestion. It's already happening. Rib. I'll be ready to enjoy the cornfields. We're glad to have you in Ohio, so that way we can keep the was it the populace up, so that way we continue to be a state. Like my pet card suggestion? Okay. I love Nahiri. However, I don't think Nahiri fits in this deck. I have not tried the RCQ E-Tron list. You have a link to it? I am just gonna pass. That it is magical. It's like 110 over there and a bunch of wildfires. I am very happy I'm not in California right now. Wow, that's a lot of talismans. They're playing 6 talismans, I guess. I'm almost assured they're getting Wrath. ApexCon is in 2 weeks. I'll be at that one. Thoughtseize. Thank you, Amp Raptor. You did great, buddy. Need a team. Well, luckily or unluckily for you, there are 288 other people in this room that might be going to Apex. Don't wrath me. Wraths me. I think this might be the best shell for Nightmare. Classic Amp Raptor, Johnny. If you post in the Apex Discord, you might be able to find a team also. There's a bunch of people that just like show up and look for a team. Like Belfie was looking for a team last time. Well, if I can hit fourth land here, I don't think we're in the worst shape. Trouble is, I'm probably gonna get flaged. Main deck Disruptor Flute. Hmm. I see one in the sideboard with the list that you linked. Hi, Flage. I think it's 3 modern. Again, I honestly don't know. Ooh. Agony. Hmm. Agony sticks. Imagine the Nightmare does not stick. I think we are in a very, very bad spot. Another ring. Yeah, it's like 3 modern, but not unified, right? Infect top 11 in that event. I love that top 11 is a metric we're using for this now. Yeah, sounds about right. Wasn't this worse than killing the Ajani? Sorry for bad England. Will Hall's gonna be so disappointed. I guess it plays around me having a spot removal spell. And then flipping it again. Cat. So they have counterspell for Flage, which I imagine they do because they still have 7 cards in hand thanks to the 1 ring. I don't know how we win this game. They do have 4 minutes left on the clock, which I guess is some consolidation. I don't think that's the right word for what I was trying to convey. Consolation, is that the right word? Right on time, Thraben Charm. Shimata. Twice the number of creatures you control a target creature. Like, I have to imagine they have removal spell for Flage. Or counter spell for Flage. Like, I don't think I'm hasting the Flage out of the graveyard. I could just cast it, or I could cast Ajani plus leave up Thraben Charm. Let's go with the Ajani Thraben Charm line. I don't think either of these is a very good success rate of actually working out. But here we are. Spell snared. Smooge. Alright, when's Hunter Burton? Isn't that in like March? Somehow I don't think we're winning this game, chat. subtle team. I don't know, I put it on the bottom, I guess. I'm taking 9 damage and then another 9 damage. This game's over. I have 3 minutes, which is enough time to kill me. It's cool. Alright, let me pay out the doubters. I don't got a trophy though. Good for them. Yeah, I don't know. As much as I play Mardu, I always feel like it just comes up short to Boros. Like, I definitely want a 4th Flasian here, because I think Flasian is the most important card in the deck. And then I want, like, 0 Thought Seizes, more Fatal Pushes, and a couple copies of Ring in the main deck. So if I were to make changes, it would be 4th Flage, out Thoughtseize, up Fatal Push. I'd be playing 4 Fatal Pushes. I think Push is too good. Up Fatal Push, down Discharge, up a Flage. And I would not play Reprieve in the sideboard. I think Reprieve is bad. I think this is how I'd play Mardu. If I were to play Mardu. Something like that, and I'd add a few more cards to the sideboard. I'd also probably cut this Wear Tear. I think I'd start with these 10 and then go from there. I don't like Thoughtseize. But this is also why I'm like a Boros believer over a Mardu believer right now, because I just am a Thoughtseize hater. I think Fatal Push is really good. I think Bowmaster is really good, and I do think that Nightmare is good. Thoughtseize, less so. Maybe you can play Thoughtseize in the sideboard, just like play the entire playset in the sideboard, and then board them in against the Storm matchup or the Control matchups where you actually want them. But I think in the main deck, like, Thoughtseize is not very good in the Energy Mirror. But I think that's about where I'm at. Alright, Chad, next up, we're going to play some Domain Zoo that also top-8'd the Super Qualifier.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!